Just to know when the new update come out, I'm doing summoning, and I don't know if the thing come out straight away or not.
City. We finally made it.
Oh,
Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
you must get
Because there's
christened
currently
by
no
our
information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of
free?
the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha Terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha Terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha Terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this
that
policy
makes
was
sense.
recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha Terminals. Please handle them with care.
How much do they cost to make? If they
It kind of looks like a leaf.
To activate
leave it alone.
simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
May the mighty God
This little
themselves
doodad
bless
lets
her
you
with their
access
wisdom.
knowledge. Maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I'm
Let's
kind
give
of
it a
pissed.
try.
This is what I have to Christmas to turn
May
on
the
today.
mighty God
I've been there
bless
since
us with
Christmas
their
Day.
voice of wisdom.
Visit. I was fine before it, so it pissed me off. Why are you being give? Oh, what?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
Who do I want to wob?
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to
I
Sumeru
feel like
City.
that would be
May the
definitely
wisdom of the Dendro Archon
used.
always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try.
I'll use that to goddamn. What is the most valuable place in the most witches?
The sages found a
How would
tiny
one wob
deity
it?
from within
Alert!
the
A
Squirt's
system.
ruins.
Someone is
It
actually
now resides in the
to wob the
sanctuary of
place.
Suristana.
It
Seems
was
pretty
fun, huh?
similar to what Kali
What?
was telling us.
What?
Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her.
I wasn't listening for a second there. All her was serious fauna. I thought,
Huh?
what?
Paimon doesn't sense anything. The Akasha didn't respond to Paimon's question.
Because he probably said, this question is too dumb.
Oh, come
Oh.
on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it.
Nearly every day on my life.
Paimon's brain is exhausted.
What? You had a break? Golly gosh.
Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
I'm gonna do this one. Really? You would have thought it would have had more answer. That doesn't seem right. But what? I thought that person was gonna come help us. Like, what seems to be the matter?
Paimon.
Ah.
Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something.
Can't even think you're Lucius then.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru really missed their archon.
One thing I was thinking about,
Seems no matter which way we try,
obviously we know that
the
the Geo and
to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I'm not, but honestly God, I always say like the elements because I know they power instead of fire.
He's from Sumeru and even has a position
What's
in
the
the
wind one
Academia.
called?
Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha.
Are we bugging me now?
Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great. You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
Oh, let me see.
Well, I got really pissed off because goddamn Christmas Day.
What a relief.
I've been collecting
Nearly
pop-up
scared the life
parade,
out of me.
particularly
So,
like
you just
VTuber
have some
ones.
questions for me?
I got some
Seems
like
even
other one
Tainari
like
acknowledges my
Tion from
inability for
Slime,
procuring
Nino
information.
from
So,
Tuplet. I got
what is it
Urza
you two
one
would
not
like
too
to
long
know?
ago. I've been collecting whole life VTuber one. I had Mio, I got
You mean
Marine,
you want to meet the
I got
Dendro Archon
Ayami,
herself?
I had
This isn't
not
exactly
too long ago
my
I got
area of expertise,
Mori
but let
Calliope,
me see what I can find in the
but
Akasha.
finally got Lapis Darkness. And it was a pain to get, you know.
Sorry,
Goddamn,
the Akasha
I had to
didn't
go to
respond to
different
my query.
website.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting
I had to go to
information
different
and all
websites just to
that?
find a reasonable price.
I was sure you'd be
To
able
get
to
it.
access more info than we did.
Well, I found
Well,
it.
as I said, this isn't my
Yeah,
area of
obviously I got it.
expertise. I am but
Yeah,
a
no,
lowly
goddamn winter
researcher,
over it.
so the Akasha
Goddamn,
doesn't see a
lid the
need for me
salt,
to
the
know
bottom of
more
the
about
foot
the Dendro Archon.
is off.
All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's
It's not
never
like it
left the
broken,
sanctuary
Bob.
of Surasana
It's like they didn't
for
put
any
an
public
like
appearance.
it's like a production like error. They didn't put enough glue. Because
The
Lizard,
Dendro
you can
Archon
see
is
where
somewhat
like
of a recluse.
you look at the foot,
Perhaps she
it's
just
not
doesn't
broke.
want to entertain
It's just that it
visitors,
don't have
which
enough
would
glue,
explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
and it's not keeping it on.
Aw, but then what can we do?
I'm not that fussed,
No
but
need
at
to
the same
worry
time,
just yet.
come
I'm
on.
only
When you're spending
hypothesizing
that
here.
much money,
You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides,
so I gotta get
you
some
two should
glue.
consider the bright side of
Just
things.
so
Not
annoying
being
because that
able to
Lizard, my
see Lesser
most
Lord
recent one,
Kusanali may
and that's the
not be
only
a bad
one.
thing. In this world, there will always be information
Oh,
you
I know
cannot
that then
obtain
have
from
it
the
like,
Akasha,
for
things you
example,
can
a
never
horn or a
accomplish.
bit of the hair
Knowing when to
snap
yield
off.
is a form of wisdom. Take
And
me,
if that
for
is
example.
so, it shouldn't be that
It's a
problem.
miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3
I know I'm talking over
years.
it, but I don't really
But
care.
Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me. Hey, come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in like studying or stuff like that. I've done my time.
Expectations were pretty low, but this is so low, it's like digging holes in the dirt.
I don't really care about the like.
So what do we do
I'm
now?
not watching Brew.
Even if we want
Well, at
to
least not
find
now. I probably will in
someone,
later
we don't
one.
know
I heard
anything
there's
here.
goddamn. I think there's 5 arcs. No, 5 arcs. This is gonna be a bummer because
Huh?
that means there's gonna be
Like
so
who?
much to do. They're all gonna be like talking, blah 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 blah.
Oh, you're right! intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
But they're all clones.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ad
Hello,
Astra
traveler in
Abados.
Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The
So sad,
Adventurers
because
Guild
only
is
a few days
always
till
ready to serve you.
to his final
With what do you
actually
require
leave.
assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we
So
can
we could
do
actually
that?
were able to get to 1 mil though.
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's archon. Understood. Please wait.
Hmm?
I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
You sound like a goddamn robot.
Another dead end.
My personal
Well,
memory.
if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the
I see this
Eremites.
white cat there.
They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asphont, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar. You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Alright, off to the Citadel of Razor we go!
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
But
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I don't know why they don't want me. The fact that Don Mancy got delayed till goddamn spring for
I
like
see.
the last 3
So
episodes is
Catherine's
mad.
the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites
heard,
network
but
is
that's-
vast, but even I can't
Yeah,
help you meet the Dendro
it's been weird.
Archon.
That Mancy that got delayed.
Seriously?
The other one in that full anime got delayed. Wait, is it fall or summer? No, I think it's summer.
The Eremites
And we
aren't
got-
terribly
It didn't get delayed. It
so we
just
don't know much
stopped.
about
I haven't even heard
divinities.
anything.
As far as the Akasha goes,
What going
we can
on?
access even less than you.
One Piece being
We
on a
originally
6
came
month
from the
break, but
desert.
they kind of haven't
Gods
because
there died off long
this one
ago.
on in.
Since those days,
I only watched the
we've
three.
used
I'm
our
gonna
own
binge
two
watch it
hands to carve
near the
out a
end.
living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord.
Nah,
Kusanagi.
that's just disrespectful,
Oh?
you know.
Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugadavada.
That's kind of just
In their
disrespectful.
eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugadavada
What the
and hold
fuck?
her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And
Wow.
that's all.
She's still a god though.
Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it.
I gotta
Besides,
speak like
I'm
it
sure the
really
God
low,
of
like
wisdom
about
doesn't worry
effort.
about her
Or fucking
reputation among people
friggin'
like
muffler.
us.
I was been thinking I could win off of it. Obviously the
No
D
problem.
Archon, the
Always
Wind
happy to
Archon.
help
I know I
out
said
the
that one, but I
adventurers
can't
guild.
remember it. They the like original. If you think about it, the Shogun kind of original because they used to
was right about most people's
work
attitudes here.
back to back twins. I mean they had
Not only
old
are
at
they not
each other.
interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think
Just
I
they
should
used to
know,
work together.
then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got
So
to
I
Sumeru.
feel like that a bit
But the
overrated.
harder we try,
Mm.
the more helpless
That's just my
everything
personal
seems.
opinion.
Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Well, I know who.
Who are you?
I did the
From
whole
the sound of it,
whole
you two are
event for her
outlanders who
birthday.
recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about
Put
the
your hands
Dendro
up.
Archon. Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser
You
Lord
go too.
Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Another day? What are you two, huh?
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! We can't let them get in the way now! Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad!
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
No, don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
Well, good hiding space.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
So behind
Really?
us.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here
Oh.
for? Run!
Doesn't from now it looked like she
Wait,
might be like noble.
My body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
Hmm.
Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind.
Yeah,
me.
she must be
We'll
like
keep an eye out
nobility
for
or
anyone
something.
looking for you.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
Oh, I know her.
My lady, who are these two?
My lady. Yep, she noble.
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
That you.
I see.
Oh.
In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a second.
We are not beggars.
Who are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard.
Yep.
Here to see
Body.
that she returns
Security
home safe
detail.
and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey!
Damn.
Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation.
We
Sorry,
don't
my lady.
care.
Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple?
Big
Give
cup.
me some time,
Big dick
and I'll get that
energy.
much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora.
You just said
I
it
don't know
kind
what
of
you
was.
think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life,
wow.
my last chance.
Damn.
So I want to do something meaningful.
Same love. Your parents who brought you into the world and made you.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
I could never.
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man.
Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We
What?
can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
A lot.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Half? Just to...
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord
La, 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 la,
Kusanali.
la, la.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got
So
it.
it's for a noble family.
Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our
I don't know
very
what that
best.
word means.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have.
Hmm.
They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host
Oh
for them.
no, I feel bad if you do that.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves?
We're not poor!
Aw, Paimon kinda
I got
wanted the
money to
cash
spare.
Fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess Paimon will settle for something.
We are loaded.
ordinary.
How about
We
our
goddamn
chocolate
loaded.
baked Agelena cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. What do you have against my slime dishes? Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
He saved
Well,
my
remember
life.
when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Ooh, the artwork.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
Just want to do that.
How do I explain this? You
I've been
might
stalking
not be able
you.
to understand, but actually, I know everything about you.
I know everything about you.
Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want?
I want
Not really.
you.
I can't go anywhere or do
Yes.
anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But, can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that.
I'm a god. I'm a god of wisdom, not the god of miracles.
Can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city,
It's Satan
the lush
promised you
rainforest.
falsehood.
And beyond that was the wall of Samya, deserts, and all of Tibet.
Oh no!
Once I finally made it through that bout of illness,
Damn.
I couldn't hear that voice.
It just turned from die
I
to
told my
day.
mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat.
Well, you're in it, right?
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sabzeruz festival for her.
What's the Sabzeruz festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the
That's
holiday
funny.
eventually became a celebration
I done
of
that
the
not
Lesser
too long
Lord's
ago.
birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sabzeruz festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aww, but that's awful.
Well, you look at I'm not
It
God.
is.
I'd be so
It's
petty.
absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over
We can't have. Is there no freedom of speech?
festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends
Wait.
flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I know her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
But of course, Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
They're feeling the same with this. Is it? I gotta say, this is probably the least
Sorry
one I
I'm
care
late,
about.
Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Probably did that. Oh,
Not
I
completely.
say out of water.
Oh,
It was a bit impossible.
and who are these two?
Oh,
So
the
this
Traveler and
take
Paimon,
place like a
my two
year,
newest
maybe
friends.
year before
They're visitors who just arrived at
the
Sumeru
birthday
City
event,
and are looking
technically.
for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
We,
Oh, really? Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sabzeruz festival.
yeah, we're not followers.
By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular.
But if
Thanks
we
to your
told you,
generous contribution.
what was it?
You're very
Repertoire,
welcome. It's the only
repertoire.
thing I could do.
We are friends with 2 archons, and we have fought against the electoral archon.
We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
What else? What else is there? Isn't that it? So, yeah, yeah. Do you know of Fenty? The God of Freedom. I think that his title is.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Yes, we are friends with him.
Not bad.
We're also friends
Last
with
time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
the Dio Archon.
The stairs were
Lapidura.
nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree
can't
above the
say your
stage
name.
had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us.
Oh, makes sense.
They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sabzeruz festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. With the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It feels so
It's
weird.
our dream. I'll do my best for the 2 of us. Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
It would have made more sense if I
She'll be
did
dancing the
this
dance of
before
Sabzeruz,
that
the most
birthday event.
important performance at the Sabzeruz festival.
Dunyarzad,
I know, we
have
saw
you
it.
told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay, then I'll tell you 2 about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sabzeruz festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago,
Honestly,
on
just the
one of
title
Greater
Greater Lord and
Lord
Lesser Lord is
Rukkhadevata's
goddamn an
birthdays,
insult.
her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing.
How
so
many
the
gods are
Goddess of
left? Is it
Flowers
just the
began to
7?
dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful padisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant
Yeah,
purple
obviously-
flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment." Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the Divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered padisaras around the stage.
Why are those things knocked over?
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth padisaras in memory of the goddess.
Wait a
of
minute, this was
flowers.
remind me of what just
She
happened in the event.
ultimately could never
She said
choose
that
her
was the
king
first one
or
after
the
fight.
festival.
Oh
About
no.
the Goddess of Flowers dance, I wish I
Bro, I
could've
wish I
seen
did
it.
this before the
If
event.
my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real padisaras on the stage. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sabzeruz festival? Will you 2 be coming?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Of course Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me
This is
show
gonna
you
be
which
nothing
stage
compared to
decorations
what
we've
fucking
picked
I
out
just
so far.
went for the
Traveler and Paimon,
4 months
if
ago.
that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sabzeruz festival. In that case, we'll take a look around.
Life is so dull here.
Ah, dancing at the Sabzeruz festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the goddess of flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sabzeruz festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
This is feels so depressing, considering what I just witnessed not too long ago.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and...
I don't like perfume.
That's,
I'm too
what I've
sensitive
heard
to
at
it.
least.
I'm too sensitive to flowers. That's it. I can't. If there are flowers in my house, I can't. But I can't stand it. You have to put it in a room that I don't go into.
Things are
Really
really shaping up,
sensitive.
and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're
Like,
expecting
it's not
people
like
from
I'm
all
allergic
over
to it.
come
Like
by this year and
it's
buy
just hard to
things during
breathe
the
with my
festivities.
asthma.
Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
Fair enough.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair?
I don't have
And
yellow.
why do your clothes look so funny? Are
Do
you
not
a
have
pirate?
yellow hair.
Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen?
Who you think I am?
There'll be
The guy from
loads
Demon
of fun
Slayer?
things to do at the festival.
Oh, let me just go to sleep.
The best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
I don't know why that doesn't remind me of Squid Game. That women in the costume giving out candy to kids, and then the kids following behind. A lot of people say they don't
Your
like.
outfit looks amazing.
I actually quite enjoyed
There's
season
also
2.
something different about you from when we first met up.
They're doing like more
I
background
add
to
a
like the
little extra
workers.
pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Number 1, you know, both seasons.
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too?
We'll set up for that
I've
person.
noticed that
listening
you
on.
can't keep your eyes off this crown. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course. The legends say
Oh.
that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that.
I do kind of like the horn.
Dunyarzad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers herself.
So flattery won't give you more.
Hey, is that who Paimon thinks it is?
Catherine?
It looks like Catherine.
What are the odds of Catherine being like a demigod or like
Come to think of it,
like a cell god that
only
like
ever seen
split
her
into
behind
like
the
multiple
counter at the
bodies?
Adventurers Guild.
Plot
This
twist.
is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine.
Yes.
Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
What?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssos.
Key.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day.
Down to this would have been
But
the first
take
mention
you
of
two, for
Fontaine.
example. You travel across Tevat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Tevat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're
If
found
you just
along
deep
the
it,
way.
that is mental.
Huh.
So it like
We heard someone
it's like
say
bleeding
something
a whole
pretty
continent,
similar recently.
and you've traveled all over it just to find your
Anyways,
sister. That
what's
mad.
out here, Catherine?
No,
If that were the
not
real world,
particularly.
ancestry,
I guess you could say it has a loving
ancestry,
recent atmosphere
you
here.
DNA.
If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that.
Wait, all
It
this
might
being
not
just talking to
necessarily
people
pan
so
out,
far.
so don't get your hopes up too
Been
much.
almost hours
I'll
just
need to
talking to
take you
people
two
and
somewhere
walking.
ask someone some questions.
Oh, more. Well, this is what I mean.
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia.
Doing the thing that this play took me so long to find.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Ugh, listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord. Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfon for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses. So people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru.
Nope.
You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Are you serious, Chief?
My hero.
All the Academia students are in
Do
Sumeru
this.
City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family.
And
And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. King Deshret's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandon their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia, and you too, Osfond. Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sabzeruz festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
Yes, we will come back to what this is. So, I'm so sorry. It's just, well, obviously I'm gonna compare it to the one that we just had.
They will see you both at the Sabzeruz festival.